Alright, so I woke up at 5 in the morning and the headlines: Imran Khan is out with a no confidence vote after trying his level best to hold on to, a thread. He tried, dissolving the assembly. He tried, pushing for a re-election or general election, whatever. But I guess law is the law. So they took it to Supreme Court. Supreme Court automatically said, no, nothing doing. And lo and behold, the proceedings went as planned. And Imran Khan is out. Okay, so now, me being a Indian passport holder, NRI, non-resident Indian, who who hardly stayed in India. What is my perspective? Am I happy? Yeah. Am I sad? Do I care? Do I not care? Well, if I didn't care, I'd not make this video. I think the bigger question is, Imran Khan being out, is it good for Pakistan or not? And I'll give my opinion. I can be wrong. You can tell me. And right off the bat, let me tell you, I'm not an expert in Pakistani politics. If you ask me who's the opposition, unless I Google search or I start reading, I'll not know. But I'll give you a analytical perspective based on common sense. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? I have a lot of Pakistani friends who sometimes say, no, law, you're wrong and whatever. Okay. So now, in my WhatsApp groups, the Indians were, some, not all Indians, some Indians very happy. Ha ha ha, Pakistan out and Imran Khan is out. And so I just asked the guys, I said, why are you so happy? Like I asked my Indian chaps, why are you so happy? Oh, Imran Khan got out, ha ha ha, and good for Pakistan. And I just asked them a simple question. I told them, let's assume Imran Khan is out, and let's imagine the next guy who comes instead of Imran Khan is a hardcore Muslim radical Islamist whose only agenda is harming and hurting India and sending terrorists and supporting them indirectly. So the answer, sheepishly was, oh, okay, then we'll wish that he also gets out. How long will you keep wishing someone to get out? It's like I'm looking at someone fall down and I'm ha ha ha, very happy. How does it help you, man? Okay. See, Imran Khan has its list of greatness and the, like Hall of Fame and Walk of Shame. In the Hall of Fame, great cricketer, legend, playboy, wow, some of the hottest girls, slept around with the who's who, amazing selection of white chicks, alcohol, drugs, smoking, party, photographs of him in a swimsuit with girls and nice chest hair, and you can get these on the internet. So great playboy and my kind of guy. And then he left his mark in whatever he did, and then obviously he decided to move into politics, which was a very big question. And I'll tell you, he gave it very many years. He gave it a long lot of effort. Now there is a claim that the army got Imran Khan into power. There's a claim. It's never proved, but obviously they should, like they say, there's no smoke without fire, so there should be an element of truth in it. Maybe he negotiated with them, or maybe he took money from US or whatever. He slowly built up a brand, and Pakistan, especially the youth, the educated, the modern, the westernized Pakistanis supported him. And obviously he had to appeal to the typical Muslim, the lower class, middle class. So obviously he bought Allah and Islam, and he changed, and he got rid of all his white putangs and foreign wives. And then he married it seems completely covered Islamic healer, one of those holy-poly females who only speaks in Pakistan. I saw some of the interviews. She speaks only in Urdu, and she follows Islamic law, covers herself, and yes, she believes in religion. She's kind of a healer, kind of, I wouldn't say black magic, but religious magic, kind of invoking the name of Allah. It's good PR for Imran Khan. So he changed his image. He started taking the name of Allah many times, and then appealed to the Muslim voters, and yes, eventually came into power. Now, after coming into power, the typical dialogues: Naya Pakistan, a new dawn, new ray of hope. This is the beginning of a new Pakistan, blah, 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 whatever. And everyone wanted to see how would he do. Now, in my opinion, I think he did a decent job. 44 months in power, which is a big thing in Pakistan. He tried to do his best. He tried to appeal to the hardcore Pakistanis, hardcore Muslims, hardcore Islamists, then the international crowd. He put on an international face to Pakistan. He would speak in English. Well, obviously all of them speak in English, but he was very well conversant. Now, the controversies will obviously be his failings. Like, he tried to meddle in the affairs of India, demanded Kashmir should be free, spoke on Muslims, and was sheepish about China, but he didn't speak about the Muslim, the Chinese Uyghurs, or the Chinese Muslims, whatever. He didn't speak about them, but he spoke on India's Muslims. So that was a double standard. Then this religious killing, like this Pakistani man killed his sister and was freed. He couldn't do anything about it. Then this Sri Lankan man who was burned to death, obviously he can't do anything about it. And I don't blame him, because for that small thing, why to take on a tsunami of headache? Okay. But yes, he tried to show he's a strong leader by meddling in the affairs of India. It shows you are a, wow, underdog is trying to fight with a big country, and he put on a brave face, which was funny because Pakistan is so small, India is so big. I mean, what the fuck is it? Be real, But yeah, okay, fine, whatever. And then I think the controversial part came when one was when he teamed up with China. The second one was when he gave United States the snub and went and met Putin. The day he did that, it was the end for him. I seriously admired the fact that he had the guts to go and meet Putin, which, if you look at it, no other world leader did that. Imran Khan did that. And it's obvious why he did that is he wanted benefits for his people. Russia will give cheap wheat and cheap oil and, subsidies on lots of things. So obviously, what United States doing? Just giving weapons. Can you eat weapons? And United States is a two-faced country where politics is concerned, and the proof of this is, see, Afghanistan. And the United States doesn't give a fuck to anyone. As long as it achieves its agenda, he'll keep saying, our allies, our partners, our this, our that. Sorry for the... Why should I be sorry? United States is more like a prostitute, Whoever pays few dollars extra, it'll go and open its legs for them. So that is how That is the moral compass of United States in terms of politics. Okay, don't take me out of context. So United States cannot be trusted, which is why India doesn't give a fuck about US. China doesn't give a fuck about US. See, countries that have the ability to stand alone will snub the US. And US is like, oh fuck, you know, two of the most populous nations in the world. Fuck, what did I do? Oh, but we'll not show we are weak. You know, Biden is like, he's like an old man. He's a puppet anyway. So he, you know, teamed up with UK and Europe and everyone else. Okay. But now because, you know, now you have both India and Pakistan giving a snub to USA. USA had to do something, right? And lo and behold, they decided, okay, this guy is no longer beneficial to us. In fact, he's a liability, need to throw him out. And so, that is where Imran Khan said, US has, you know, this controversial emails, they are planning to get me thrown out. My gut feeling, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm 100% sure US gave enough and more money to its opposition, offshore accounts. You know, we never did it. We don't know. But this is the money. Get the job done. You know how it is. So all the oppositions were nicely greased. This is my theory. A lot of people were paid money. Lots of people. And lo and behold, they started agitating the crowd. And now the problem is Imran Khan doesn't have a clean record where performance is concerned. See, just like Modi, and for those of you who may not know, I may not like Modi's policies. I don't think Modi is perfect. I have a lot of questions with a lot of his policy. In fact, they used to always brag about petrol being the lowest, LPG cooking gas being the lowest, inflation being the lowest, whatever. Even that one Ramdev Guru, some idiot like this, and a very flexible guy, or you know, owner of $1 billion corporate Patanjali or something, Ramdev. He used to lecture everyone that Modi is, you want a government that gives you cheap this thing or expensive? And then he turned like, you know, in speaking, it's called turncoat. He now reversed his, what the government is trying to do is best. You should support the government by paying a little extra. What is the big deal? So Modi has his failures also. But even though I do not like some of the policies of discriminating in terms of hijab and religion, but it's a chess move to take people's attention from inflation, unemployment, and focus on Hindu-Muslim riots. Good, smart move, politics. So even though I'm against all that, but that's the way the game should be played. So in the same way, Pakistan's Prime Minister, Imran Khan, doesn't have a clean slate. He has failed in a couple of areas. I'm assuming, where it could be maybe unemployment, where it could be payment of their loans. Okay. And see, Imran Khan tried to kiss ass by even being a driver for the Saudi prince. He was driving the car. I mean, can you imagine Prime Minister Modi driving the car for any Arab sheikh or Donald Trump? No. Modi wants to be equal to the person he's meeting. So that was a tasteless. Okay, I understand he wants to show he's very modern and all that, but it looked very cheap. It looked like you're bending over for petrodollars, or you know. And anyway, Mohammed bin Salman gave him the middle finger later on. So see, this is politics. He is trying his level best to do whatever he can. So yes, he has failed in many areas, and he tried to play the same political game that India played by focusing on Hindu-Muslim thing to take its attention. But like I said, the minute he met Vladimir Putin, finished. His days were up. So now they highlighted all the bad stuff and the failings of Imran Khan, and it was a matter of time. And even though they took it to Supreme Court, whatever, and I paid attention to the news, by default, even if nobody was bribed, Imran Khan was in the wrong to dissolve the parliament and whatever, or the speaking assembly, or whatever you call it. Okay. So now finally he is removed. Now honestly, I'm always honest. my opinion, it's a very, very bad thing for the people of Pakistan. Really, it's seriously bad. See, globally and for Pakistan locally, I'll tell you both. Why it is bad for Pakistan is this man has been on the job for 44 months. He's really trying his best. It's not that he's sitting on his ass. I mean, you just need to look at his photographs from before and now. He's really stressed out. He's nearly 70 years old, 69. And he's giving his best to his country and people. You can't just click a finger and unemployment solved, import export solved, loans payback solved. It doesn't work that way. Running a country is not easy. And being a cricketer and, you know, being a businessman and playboy, and he got into politics, learned the tricks of the trade. He has done, according to me at least, say out of 100, I would give him at least 60, 70%, 60, okay? 60 out of 100, I would give him in terms of results, okay? Could it be better? Obviously, but you can't demand perfection. But now here's the problem. After he got removed, the question is what's next? Now the problem is you have all these idiots. Nawaz Sharif's, I don't know, I'm just assuming. Maybe Nawaz Sharif's relatives, you know, Benazir Bhutto, Basmati Bhutto, you know, rice Bhutto clan, or maybe them, or... In fact, I kind of liked Benazir Bhutto. I thought she was strong. It's so sad that she died. Irrespective of how much you hate someone, even though they said that she put terrorists in India, whatever claim, she was a strong woman. She should have been there. Okay. But now some joker is going to come there, and some bloody opposition party. And the reason they are coming there is not because they, you know, the country is their priority. The reason they are coming there is obviously they want to be in power. They are power hungry. Now the masses are uneducated. They are stupid. They think bringing in a new government will solve their problem like this. Everything will be sorted out. And I read some of the comments of the opposition party. They were saying, oh, this is a new dawn. Hey, shut the fuck up, man. New dawn. New dawn up your ass. These cliche dialogues, it's a new dawn for a new Pakistan. It's a new this, new that. Nothing is going to happen. Initially, when they come into power, they'll just give, it's like you have a toothache. Instead of removing the tooth, you just give a painkiller and it numbs the pain. And you feel, oh, wow, everything's sorted out. This is what they're going to do. They're going to give a temporary solution. All the Pakistan, wow, it's going to be great and this and that. But after a few months, it's going to be back to us. And I'll tell you the main reason why. They're going to reverse so many of Imran Khan's policies. So many of his policies they're going to reverse. And you just watch. They are going to slowly default or break the deal between Russia. They will not explicitly break the deal with Russia. They'll default on the payments, or they'll do some shit. So then Russia will say, I'm sorry, this is not acceptable. Then they'll go, you know, quietly behind the table. They'll say, US, are you happy? They'll fill the pockets of these corrupt politicians. And then you'll have religious mix. And then to divert the attention, they'll bring some, I'm pretty sure they'll bring some new problem. You know, some India, Pakistan, or some drama they will make. Overall, locally for Pakistanis, it's a mess. Because when you get a new party, to get familiar with the job takes 6 months. So you're basically, one is you're undoing all the work Imran Khan has done. Like, you know, when Biden came, he reversed every policy of Donald Trump. They will reverse every policy of Imran Khan. They will keep the people who bribe them happy. Internationally, it's going to cause a shift in the economy. The economics, the political, social, political fabric is going to be affected. Oh, it's overall, I would say it's bad. It's a black day for Pakistan. Imran Khan was not the best, or not the finest, or not the greatest, or not the most perfect. But he definitely had, he was the best choice among the worst. I mean, see, I'm not a big fan of him bashing you know, India with Kashmir, mind your own fucking business. I've always said that. Oh, Islam and women who get raped are equally to be blamed. I know they took him out of context, but shut your mouth, man. You have been fucking around with so many females. What you're teaching Islam and all that shit. You smoke, drink and fucked and don't preach. But having said that, apart from that, he's still a very classy leader. I would, if I had a choice to vote, I would vote for him. You know, and in fact, many Indians have not liked me for this. I've said, I consider Imran Khan good leader, you know. So overall, this is my opinion. I just think it's bad for Pakistanis. It's bad for the world. Only people it's good for is opposition. Their pockets are going to be filled. And it's great for USA with their agenda. That's all. It's just going to further cause more problems with the economy, where inflation, unemployment, you know, the world war that we have fears about. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. You let me know your thoughts. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay? Having said that, you guys take care. This is me signing off. Chalo.